Hey guys, unfortunately I can't be there today, so you're going to have your lesson over video. And any questions you have we will address tomorrow in class. So if you could just flip in your notes packet to assignment 1, and the assignment is called Naming Angles. So we're going to start out with our aim, which is to be able to correctly identify and label angles and solve problems with complementary and supplementary angles, angle pairs, as well as vertical angles. So starting out with our vocabulary, I have all this filled in for you. The angle symbol looks like this. So you're going to fill that in. And then I want you to pause the video and you're going to fill in all of these vocab words. So acute, obtuse, right angle, and then ray. So pause the video now and then unpause when you're done copying. And then here's your last word, vertex. Again, pause, copy, and then unpause. So here's an angle. We have our vertex D. And it says we can name the angle to the right in 3 different ways. So you're always going to start out with the angle symbol to show that you're naming an angle, not a side. And the first way you can name this is just by the vertex angle D. Second way you can name it is you can do RDG. And then the third way is GDR. So as long as that D is in the middle, it doesn't matter what order the R and the G are in. They can be on either side of the D. Then it says not all angles have 3 different names. Some only have 2. Name the 3 angles to the right with their 2 different names. So the first angle I see is ROB. And that other name for that angle is going to be BOR. Because I'm just changing the placement of the R and the B. The second angle I see is ROK. And the other name for ROK is going to be KOR. Again, I'm just changing the order of the R and the K. And then the third angle I see is going to be KOB. And the other name for that is going to be BOK, just changing the order of the K and the B. And then starting with number 1, it says measure of angle ABD is 15 degrees. ABD is 15 degrees. And DBC is 90 degrees. So that's a right angle. It says find measure of angle ABC. So ABC is the whole entire angle. So I'm going to do 90 plus 15 to get 105. And then it says name an acute angle in 2 ways. So remember, an acute angle is an angle smaller than 90 degrees. So here is an acute angle, my 15 degrees, which is angle ABD, also known as DBA. Name a right angle in 2 ways. So that's going to be my yellow angle here, the 90 degrees. So that's going to be DBC, or switching my D and my C, CBD. And then name an obtuse angle in 2 ways. So that's my whole angle, ABC, or CBA. Because remember, obtuse is an angle greater than 90 degrees. Number 3, for the figure shown, name all angles with X as the vertex. So I see this is angle 1. I also see an angle here. That's a second angle. And then the whole entire angle is going to be the third angle. So I need to name all 3 of those. So I'll start with the green angle. That's going to be YXW. Then the red angle, that's going to be WXZ. And then the purple angle, that's going to be YXZ. Name the angle whose sides are XY. So I'm going to highlight XY and XW. So it's going to be angle 1, which is my green angle. And that was YXW. And then it says name the ray that is a side of both YXZ, which is my big purple angle, and YXW, which is my green angle. So a side of both of those the one that's highlighted twice is going to be right here, so that's going to be XY. And when we're naming a ray, we draw it with a little arrow on top. The next two definitions are complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary is a pair of two angles whose sum is 90 degrees, and supplementary is a pair of two angles whose sum is 180 degrees. So copy those down. If you need to pause the video, please do so. And the way I remember those for complementary, you can kind of change the C into a 9, so it looks like 90 in the beginning. You can kind of change the S in supplementary to an 8, so it looks like 180 degrees for the beginning of supplementary. That's just how I remember them. You don't have to use that trick. I just think that it helps if you are having trouble remembering. So A and B in complementary here, those are complementary because they add to 90. And A and B down here add to 180. That's a straight line. And then finally, you have vertical angles, which is a pair of two equal opposite angles created when two lines intersect. So again, pause to copy down that definition and picture. And then for numbers 4 through 8, we're just going to solve for x. So when you look at number 4, it looks like all three of these angles add up to 180 degrees because they make a straight line. And I know that this box here represents a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to create an equation, 2x plus 90 plus 3x plus 10, all equals 180. And I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to combine my like terms. And I'm going to solve for x. And you should get x equals 16 for that first question. For number 5, I have two vertical angles here because they are across from each other. And we remember from our definition up here of vertical angles that they are equal. So I have my equation that I set up, setting my angles equal to each other, and I'm just going to solve for x. So you should end up with x equals 7 for that. For number 6, it's a little different because you have to fill in the values, so be careful. You have XWZ, which is this angle here. That's 5x plus 4. And then you have VWX, and that's 2x minus 13. And when you're looking at these angles, they form a straight line, so that means they are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to add them together, and set them equal to 180. And solve. So I want you to pause this, solve this equation, and then unpause when you're done to check your answer. And you should get x equals 27 for that one. For number 7, it says measure of angle ABC is 52. So ABC is your whole angle, and that's 52 degrees. So I know all of these angles inside here have to add up to 52. So I know x plus 2x plus 7 plus another x all equals 52. I'm going to combine my like terms. And I'm going to solve for x. And you should get 11.25 for your answer for that one. We're going to skip over number 8 and 9, so that's it for today. On Google Classroom, I'm going to post your homework tonight, so the numbers you have to do, you can work on that now when you're done with these notes, and submit it when you are finished. And I will see you all tomorrow. We can address any questions you have on this tomorrow in class. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.